This is Stacy from Bike Homes, and here we're doing our dining room table talk for note investors. Today's topic is trade shows, conferences, expos. Are they worth your time and money? So this past weekend I went out to the Distressed Mortgage and Private Lending Expo with Marc and Mahir. So the show was great, but a lot of us maybe don't know exactly what to get out of a show. Is the show worthwhile? Did you get your money's worth? So a couple of things that I look at. I've been going to trade shows for probably 30 years in different capacities, and this show actually went off pretty well. So what I look for? So I'm looking to meet people, I'm looking to meet vendors, and how do you do that? Well, for me, I'm a little bit on the quieter side, so I like to listen with both my ears and my eyes. I like to see what people are doing with their body. I like to get an idea of when they're talking to you, are they sincere? Do they really know what they're talking about, or are they kind of a little skittish on what they have to say? So in doing that, it really helps develop what you think of that person and how you take in that information. So in this event, there was a lot of great information. And one of the things we're looking for is, what are we here for? So do I have a plan to get certain information? Am I just here for chatting with the people? Am I looking to talk to a certain person, get to know somebody, make a connection? Or am I here just for a nugget? Maybe that's the only reason you went, is to try to find that nugget that might have made it worthwhile to be there. So at this expo, I found a few nuggets and it was worthwhile. So in the show content, you want to make sure that you're getting good information and you're trusting the topics that you're getting from the people that are presenting them. Some topics that were covered in this particular expo were pretty good. We had senior liens. We talked about marketing. We talked about source deals, loss mitigation, raising money, private capital. We also there was a presentation that dealt with basically a Shark Tank. Bring a deal against the sharks and see how your deal goes through. It was a great learning experience. We had a hypnotist who helps you train your mind to think in a more business manner, to go after things that you would normally maybe back off of, wouldn't be aggressive on. A different way of thinking. We also had Greg Reed, who is a fantastic motivational speaker. He did 2 segments and kind of get you an uplift, how things are different, how to look at things in a different way, how to go after things. One of the things that Greg talked about was Make-A-Wish, which he and Marc are working on a movie from the Make-A-Wish Foundation. It was the person who started it, and they're trying to make his wish come true, which was making a movie to show what he's done with Make-A-Wish, so that maybe in the future his kids, grandkids can take a look at it and say, hey, pretty cool guy. So as you go through, you're looking at and talking to people and vendors. You're checking out their displays, you're checking out what is going on. You know, are they right for you? Is it something that will help your business? You're also talking to the speakers that were there. You know, are they willing to help you out? We're talking with one speaker who is very great, very intense, knows his stuff, and is willing to share. He was actually talking with a new investor and basically had told her that she knew what she was doing to be a badass. Go in the mirror and tell yourself that every day. It's a great tidbit. So getting to know some of these people really makes it worthwhile. You get those little nuggets that help you out over the long haul. People that you're looking to meet, you know, you're building up your database. Is that person somebody you want to work with? And what's their niche? What do they do? And how can they help your business? You know, are they an investor? Are they a support team member? When you approach the new vendors, what are you looking for? You know, are they helping to build your team? Is there something you can do for them? Sometimes you can provide a service that maybe they weren't aware of that you could do. When you're talking to people, it's really helpful to get to know them. And for me, it's also knowing their body language. You know, are they sincere, or are they just giving you a line that they talk with everybody with? So again, this was a great event. So a couple of takeaways for me was, you know, meeting people is always a good thing. Building your database. For me, I was able to pick up a couple of pieces of information that made me go back and look at my investor calculator. So to go over and really dig back in a little bit to make sure I'm checking off all the right boxes, making sure all the numbers are in where they belong and not forgetting anything. New vendors, I was able to source a couple of new vendors. One new vendor was a company who will buy non-performing notes for about 80 cents on the dollar, which is great. So it added another exit strategy to what I was doing. So another box. New sources for notes. I picked up a couple of people that were selling notes. So maybe we'll do some business in the future. Again, those people there, they're help to grow my business, and that in turn will grow everything, which is great. One of the things that the hypnosis guy was talking about was, how do you fly? And, during the show, it was like, okay, he's kind of, he drives a Rolls Royce, flies in a private jet. That's all great. I'm not looking to get to that point. I just want to be happy and comfortable. But, he talked about his little, walk out, drive over to my jet, fly back. Well, I came home from California and it took 14 hours. A couple of stops in between. There was a problem with the plane. Had a medical emergency on board. So it really slowed things down. So it took me 14 hours to get back from California. So a little piece of information I grabbed. I'm not going to fly in a private jet, but I'm certainly not going to take any more stops. So it was a good piece. And along with talking with people, I got 73 new business cards from our database and put little notes on the back of the cards, who I met, where I met them, and what they can help me with. Picked up with a new lawyer. It's going to help us get into the Georgia market. A little tricky to get through there, so they're going to help me through the process, which is great. So again, paying attention to what people are doing and just say, hey, what can you do for me? What can your business and how can your business help my business? And by doing that and asking those basic questions, you'd be surprised at the information you get. So anyway, it was a great conference. It was worth the trip. There's 2 other conferences coming up for Note people. One is an online one, Note Camp 4.0, which is in October with Scott Carson. It's an online boot camp with a lot of great content and information. And then there's a Note Expo in Dallas in November, put on by Eddie Speed. Again, another similar type of piece with a different approach. Do you want to go to a conference? Is it worth your money? Most of the time, yes, if you know what you're looking for. And yes, if you're able to go out and talk to some people. And yes, if you have a plan. You want to find that little nugget that's going to make the whole trip worthwhile. And for this trip, it was definitely worthwhile. So again, if you are a joint venture person or you're looking to put your capital to work or your IRA to work, please give us a call. Get in touch with us. We deal with non-performing first lien mortgages that are backed up by real estate. So if you're interested in, please give me a call, and you can contact me send me an email at stacy@bikehomes.com, or you can go to our website at www.bikehomes.com, or catch up to us on Facebook or LinkedIn. So have a great day. We'll talk to you next time. Bye.